What happens when two famous co-stars go from making a movie about love and survival to a real-life legal war with secret texts, million-dollar lawsuits, and accusations of smear campaigns? This is the explosive story of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, a drama way bigger than anything in their film, It Ends With Us. Grab your popcorn, because this isn't just a movie script, it's a courtroom showdown where both sides swear they're the victim. Who's telling the truth? Before we begin, we noticed 89.8% of you guys who watch our videos aren't subscribed to the channel. If you love videos like this, make sure to click that bell. The story begins with a book called It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, which became famous for talking about tough topics like love and domestic violence. The main character, Lily Bloom, falls for a man named Ryle Kincaid, who has a dark side. When Justin Baldoni, an actor from Jane the Virgin, bought the movie rights in 2019, fans were thrilled. He wanted to direct the film and even play Ryle himself. Blake Lively, known for Gossip Girl, was cast as Lily, but their teamwork quickly turned into a clash. The fight between Blake and Justin started because they had very different ideas about how the movie should be made, and their disagreements grew into bigger problems. One major reason for their fight was Blake's strong opinions about the script. She invited Justin to her home to discuss changes, but the meeting didn't go smoothly. Blake's husband, Ryan Reynolds, and her friend Taylor Swift were there too, and they all pushed Justin to rewrite parts of the story. Justin later said Blake used her fame and power to take control of the project. For example, she reportedly rewrote scenes without asking him, picked Lily's costumes herself, and even tried to edit the final version of the movie. Justin felt like his role as the director was being ignored, which made him frustrated. This power struggle became a big reason for their arguments. Another problem was how Justin treated Blake behind the scenes. Blake accused him of crossing professional boundaries. She said Justin asked her personal trainer about her weight, which made her uncomfortable. He also made awkward jokes about her marriage to Ryan Reynolds, like asking if they were really happy. These comments felt disrespectful to Blake, and she began to distrust Justin's intentions. Meanwhile, Justin felt Blake was too controlling. He thought she didn't respect his vision for the film, especially since he'd worked for years to bring the book to the big screen. Their personalities clashed. Blake wanted creative control, while Justin wanted to stay true to the story he'd promised to tell. The biggest issue, though, was their conflicting ideas about Ryle's character. In the book, Ryle is charming but becomes abusive, and Justin wanted to show his complicated personality honestly. Blake, however, worried some scenes might glamorize toxic behavior. She pushed to soften Ryle's actions or make Lily seem stronger in those moments. Justin disagreed, arguing that changing too much would ruin the story's message about surviving abuse. This creative disagreement became, if you're personal. Blake thought Justin didn't understand in women's perspectives, while Justin felt Blake didn't trust his ability to handle such a sensitive topic. This fundamental disagreement inevitably strained their working relationship. As tensions grew, Blake and Justin stopped communicating well. Blake took matters into her own hands, making decisions without Justin's input, which he called unprofessional. Justin, on the other hand, started complaining about Blake to others, which made their relationship worse. These behind-the-scenes tensions soon spilled over into the public eye during the film's promotion, starting with Lively's approach. Blake Lively focused on making the movie's premiere feel glamorous. She showed up to events in pretty floral dresses, popped champagne bottles, and even used the spotlight to promote her hair care brand. While her outfits and bubbly attitude were eye-catching, fans felt uncomfortable because the movie deals with heavy themes like domestic violence. People thought her cheerful vibe didn't match the seriousness of the story. Things got worse when she told fans to grab your friends, wear your florals, and head to the theater as if it were a fun girls' night out. Many accused her of treating the movie's message too lightly, especially survivors of abuse who felt her tone was disrespectful. This disconnect became a big reason for the fight between her and Baldoni, who had a very different approach to promoting the film. Justin Baldoni took the press tour more seriously. He spent interviews talking about the importance of the story, the real-life struggles of abuse survivors, and why it was crucial to handle the topic with care. But fans noticed he never stood beside Blake at events or shared a red carpet with her. This made people wonder if they were avoiding each other. The tension grew when cast members like Jenny Slate and author Colleen Hoover suddenly unfollowed Baldoni on social media. Since the movie was based on Hoover's book, her silence spoke volumes. Baldoni's absence from Blake's events made it look like he didn't support her, her, and this lack of teamwork became another reason their friendship cracked. Behind the scenes, things were even messier. Blake accused Baldoni's team of secretly working to blame her for the backlash. Leaked text messages revealed that Baldoni's PR strategist, Melissa Nathan, had plans to bury Blake's reputation. The texts compared their tactics to those used by Johnny Depp's team during his famous court battle with Amber Heard, where damaging stories about Heard were spread to make Depp look better. One message from Nathan read, "We can bury anyone," which made it clear they wanted to shift all the blame onto Blake. This leaked info shocked fans because it showed Baldoni's team wasn't just defending him, they were actively trying to harm Blake's image to save his. This alleged backstabbing and the mounting tensions culminated in formal legal action. In December 2024, actress Blake Lively took legal action against Justin Baldoni, her co-star and director, as well as Jamie Heath, the CEO of Wayfarer Studios. She filed an 80-page lawsuit that included serious claims about how she was treated while working on a project. The lawsuit described several reasons why Lively felt disrespected and unsafe, leading to a major disagreement or fight between her and Baldoni. These reasons included inappropriate behavior, broken trust, and unfair treatment, which created a tense and uncomfortable environment during their work together. Central to Lively's lawsuit were specific incidents she claimed occurred on set. One involved unwanted physical actions. During a slow dance scene, Baldoni, who was both acting alongside her and directing the movie, allegedly added actions that weren't part of the script. For example, Lively claimed he kissed her neck without warning and whispered, "It smells so good." She described this as invasive and said it crossed professional boundaries, making her feel uneasy. Scenes like this are usually carefully planned to ensure actors feel safe, so changing them without agreement can be upsetting. Lively also said Baldoni and Jamie Heath repeatedly ignored her privacy. She explained that they would enter her trailer without knocking, even when she was breastfeeding her child or changing clothes. Trailer time is meant to give actors a private space to relax or prepare for scenes, so unexpected visits, especially during vulnerable moments, left Lively feeling disrespected. And this lack of consideration for her personal space added to the stress she experienced on set. Another problem Lively faced was pressure about her appearance. She claimed Baldoni secretly contacted her personal trainer to demand she lose weight before filming. This kind of comment, often called fat shaming, can hurt someone's self-esteem and create unnecessary stress. Lively felt it was unfair to focus on her body instead of her acting skills, especially since actors should feel supported in their roles. The environment on set also became hostile, according to Lively. She said some crew members frequently made inappropriate comments about women or discussed topics like pornography openly. For example, people joked about women's bodies or shared stories that had nothing to do with work. This unprofessional behavior made the workplace feel uncomfortable and unwelcoming. When leaders like Baldoni and Heath didn't stop these conversations, it sent a message that such behavior was acceptable even if it hurt others. After Lively spoke up about these issues, she accused Baldoni of retaliating for sharing her concerns. She said he hired a public relations company called TAG to attack her reputation online. TAG allegedly created a digital army of social media accounts to criticize Lively's behavior during interviews and resurface old video clips where she came across as blunt or sarcastic. This effort made it seem like Lively was difficult to work with, which she felt was an attempt to distract from her serious claims. Retaliation like this can make people afraid to report problems, fearing they'll be bullied or ignored instead of helped. Faced with these damaging allegations, Justin Baldoni mounted a vigorous defense. He has fiercely denied all the accusations made against him in the lawsuit, calling them part of a sneaky, underhanded plan to take control of his movie. In response, he filed a $400 million lawsuit against Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, claiming they worked together to damage his reputation and hijack the project. The legal battle revolves around three main issues: creative control, hurtful rumors, and fake evidence. Baldoni insists he did nothing wrong and is fighting to prove his side of the story. Baldoni accused Blake Lively of trying to take over the creative parts of the film. He claimed Lively threatened to quit the project unless she was given power to make decisions about editing, costumes, costumes and changes to the script, this would have taken authority away from Baldoni, the director, whose job is normally to oversee those areas. Baldoni also said Lively blocked him from attending the movie's premiere, forcing him to host a separate, smaller event in a basement instead of being part of the main celebration. This made it seem like he wasn't an important part of the project, even though he'd worked hard on it. The second major issue involves defamation, which means spreading false information that harms someone's reputation. Baldoni's lawsuit claims Ryan Reynolds, Lively's husband, called Baldoni's talent agent and pressured them to stop working with him. Reynolds allegedly told the agent that Baldoni was predator, a serious and untrue accusation that could ruin someone's career. Baldoni argues these rumors were meant to isolate him from the film industry and make people distrust him, even though he says there's no proof to back up the claims. Baldoni accused Lively's team of creating fake evidence to make him look guilty. He says they altered text messages, editing or changing them to twist the truth, and then leaked those fake messages to the New York Times, a major newspaper. Baldoni believes this was done on purpose to sway public opinion against him and make people think he'd done something wrong. He insists the real, unedited messages would show he behaved professionally and that the changes to the script or other creative choices were normal parts of movie making, not anything suspicious. To fight back, Baldoni released behind-the-scenes video clips from the movie set. One clip showed a dance scene that had caused some disagreement. Baldoni says the footage proves everyone on set was acting respectfully and focusing on their work, not anything inappropriate. He also created a public website with detailed timelines, original text messages, and even a voicemail he'd sent to Lively. In the voicemail, Baldoni apologized for rambling at 2 a.m. during a late-night discussion about script changes, which he says was just him being passionate about the project, not threatening or unprofessional. The website is meant to show the public his side of the story without relying on rumors or edited information. The backlash shifted again. Critics called Lively a control freak, pointing to a resurfaced interview where she admitted to stepping on toes to gain creative control. Memes mocked her floral press tour outfits, and protesters showed up at her events with "Justice for Justin" signs 8, but Lively wasn't backing down. In February 2025, Blake Lively made a significant update to her lawsuit against Justin Baldoni, a legal move that brought new attention to their ongoing dispute. The update revealed that 2 female cast members from their unnamed project had agreed to testify about Baldoni's alleged unwelcome behavior during their time working together. While their identities remained secret, this development added weight to Lively's claims, as first-hand accounts from co-workers could help prove her case. People speculated the witnesses chose to stay anonymous to protect themselves from backlash, a common concern in high-profile legal battles where speaking out might lead to public scrutiny or professional consequences. Around the same time, rumors began circulating that comedian and actress Jenny Slate might be one of the unnamed witnesses. Slate had publicly supported Lively on social media during the early stages of the lawsuit, writing messages that seemed to cheer her on. This wasn't Slate's first time addressing workplace issues. She had previously filed a complaint against a producer from Baldoni's production company for unrelated reasons. Though the producer wasn't Baldoni himself, some saw Slate's past experience as a sign of broader problems within the company's work environment. Legal experts suggested Slate's willingness to speak up in the past made her a credible figure in Lively's case, even if her exact role remained unclear. Baldoni's legal team, meanwhile, signaled they were preparing a strong defense. They hinted they might call Taylor Swift, a close friend of Lively who had attended script meetings for the project, to testify. Swift's involvement raised eyebrows, as her star power and connection to Lively made her a surprising potential witness. Baldoni's team likely hoped Swift's testimony could challenge Lively's version of events, or shed light on the professional dynamics during the project. For example, if Swift observed respectful behavior between Lively and Baldoni during meetings, it might weaken weaken claims of a hostile environment. However, legal analysts noted that subpoenaing someone as famous as Swift could backfire, drawing even more media attention to the case. The lawsuit took another twist when author Colleen Hoover, whose book was the basis for the film Lively and Baldoni were working on, initially voiced support for Lively. Hoover posted a cryptic message on social media, writing, "Never change, never wilt," which fans interpreted as a show of solidarity. However, as the legal battle intensified, Hoover quietly deleted all posts related to the film. Some guessed she wanted to distance herself from the controversy to avoid damaging her reputation or the project's future. Others wondered if her legal team advised her to stay neutral to prevent becoming entangled in the case. Hoover's sudden silence left fans confused and added to the drama surrounding the lawsuit. The ongoing legal battle between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, revealing a messy conflict that goes far beyond typical celebrity gossip. The fallout has been severe for both stars, sparking intense debates about fairness, power, and accountability in the entertainment world. For Justin Baldoni, known for directing films like 5 Feet Apart and promoting himself as a supporter of women's rights, the consequences came quickly. His talent agency, WME, which helps actors find roles and negotiate deals, dropped him as a client. This was a major blow because agencies are crucial for career opportunities in Hollywood. Baldoni also lost a feminist advocacy award he'd previously been given, which hurt his reputation as a feminist ally. To make matters worse, his co-host on a popular podcast abruptly quit, leaving fans wondering if the controversy played a role in the sudden exit. Baldoni has publicly denied Lively's claims, calling the lawsuit baseless and insisting he's committed to supporting women's rights. He argues that the accusations don't align with his values or his work, but the damage to his public image has already been significant. On the other side, Blake Lively, famous for Gossip Girl and the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants films, faced her own challenges. Her attempts to launch new products, including her beverage brand, were met with unexpected delays and criticism, which some fans linked to the ongoing legal drama. Online, she was flooded with harsh comments and hateful messages from people taking sides in the feud. However, Lively also received strong support from high-profile friends. Gwyneth Paltrow and her Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants co-stars like America Ferrera and Alexis Bledel publicly defended her, praising her character and work ethic. This divide highlights how Hollywood often splits into camps during scandals, with celebrities using their platforms to back their peers. The case has ignited bigger conversations about how power works behind the scenes in Hollywood. Baldoni's image as a feminist, someone who champions equality, has collided with Lively's claims that he abused his influence to harm her career. While Baldoni maintains his innocence, critics question whether someone can truly be an ally while allegedly engaging in retaliation. Supporters of Lively argue her lawsuit sheds light on how women in the industry sometimes face hidden punishments for speaking out, even from those who claim to support them. Meanwhile, Baldoni's fans worry the accusations could unfairly ruin the career of a man spent years advocating for gender equality. As the April 2025 trial date approaches, the stakes keep rising. This isn't just about two celebrities anymore. It's become a test case for how the public views accountability in Hollywood. Will powerful figures face real consequences for their actions, or can they hide behind their fame? The case also touches on gender politics, with some viewers analyzing whether Lively, as a woman, is being treated differently than Baldoni in the court of public opinion. Additionally, the feud has exposed the role of PR warfare, where celebrities use media strategies, social media, and celebrity friendships to sway public perception during fights. Both sides have armies of fans and critics battling online, turning the drama into a messy public spectacle. While the truth behind Lively and Baldoni's conflict may not be fully revealed until the trial, the fallout offers a grim lesson about fame and reputation. For Baldoni, the lawsuit has chipped away at his carefully built image as a progressive role model. For Lively, it's shown how even A-list stars aren't immune to career setbacks and online bullying. Hollywood insiders are watching closely, knowing the outcome could influence how future disputes are handled, whether through quiet settlements or explosive courtroom battles. One thing's certain, this scandal proves that in Hollywood, the stories behind the scenes, the clashes, rivalries, and broken alliances are often more dramatic than anything you see on screen. As fans and critics wait for answers, the Baldoni lively feud serves as a reminder that fame and power come with risks, and sometimes the biggest battles happen far from the spotlight.